Welcome to the Big Happy Music Show with show hostess Julie Klein from the ISW TV studio and Soundstage Theater. And now, here is Julie.
All right. Welcome to the Big Happy Music Show. That's my show. My show is the Big Happy Music Show, and we have a wonderful musical guest on the Big Happy Music Show this week, Jacie and the Knick-Knacks. Yay!
We're happy to be here.
Oh, we're so happy to have you. So, oh, there they are. Okay, so we're gonna start at the beginning, since we're gonna have a chance to hear you play a considerable amount of times later on. Let's talk about maybe a little bit about each of you separately. So, Jacie, how long have you been playing the guitar?
This October will be 5 years that I've been playing the guitar.
Long time.
Yeah, my grandma bought me my first guitar, October 2008, I believe.
You remember the month? That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
fun.
So, did you start writing songs right away, or?
Yeah, I mean, I'd always written poems growing up, and you know, I've always kind of been a writer.
That's a very girly thing to do. You have your little book of poems.
Little diary, you know, secret love notes.
Cool.
Yeah, and then you know, once you get a guitar, you just kind of channel that through the music and it becomes songs. So.
Well, did you have any favorite like singer-songwriters when you were coming up?
I don't know, man. I love the Beatles. Gotta love the Beatles.
Gotta love the Beatles.
Patsy Cline.
Oh, I hear that a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You ever heard of a singer named Jewel?
Yeah, I have heard of
Yeah,
Jewel.
because you have like a little bit of that kind. I mean, you sound like you, but you have a little bit of that.
That's really sweet.
Kind of, yeah, because she has a really pretty timbre, and I really like the timbre of your voice.
Well, thank you.
Okay, so you started playing 5 years, and where are you from?
Melbourne, Florida.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
you're from here.
Mhm.
Cool.
Well, I really grew up in Palm Bay and moved to Melbourne
A whole
later on.
10
so-
miles.
Yeah, I mean, same town, pretty much. We're all family, you know.
Okay, and Chris, I'm assuming you've been playing bass for a while, but you said your first instrument was?
Guitar. Yeah.
Okay.
Started playing guitar when I was 15. And same thing with Jacie, just, you know, writing poems in my diary.
Oh, you were a little girl with a diary too? Oh, cool.
15-year-old girl once. No, yeah, just songwriting, really. More than a guitarist, just a songwriter.
And I'm assuming you probably started playing bass as necessity because she plays guitar.
for Jacie, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he pretty much just picked up the bass for Jacie and the Knick-Knacks, so
Oh.
it's been pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's been
So
fun learning a new instrument.
Yeah, it really is, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
It's- Yeah, I started off on keyboards and I went to bass too. So how long have you been playing bass for?
Well, since February, when we started
Oh,
the
so
band.
not long.
So, yeah, not
Wow.
long at all.
Well, it's 4 strings. It's easy, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
anybody
really
can do it.
No one can really hear me.
I can do it,
so-
anyone can do it. Okay, so what are some of your musical influences when you were growing up?
Yeah, Beatles. I like a lot of underground music, kind of like Spitting, who's Ben Barnett. Lately I've been into Mac DeMarco. It's really groovy bass lines in there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So you're taking this bass thing seriously?
Yeah, I'm
Good,
taking it. I'm
good.
taking it pretty serious.
All right, Andrew, how long have you been playing drums for?
I've been playing drums since I was like 14,
Oh, wow.
so I don't know, 10 years.
So last
something
year.
And you're
Yeah,
not you're
last
not
year.
you're not like a frustrated guitarist. You don't give a shit. I mean, you
No,
don't care,
no.
right? You just want to play drums.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm
he's got his drums. He's
untalented
set.
otherwise. For sure.
Okay, cool. And who were some of your influences when you were?
Man, I love Motown drummers a lot. Like,
Oh, I hear that with the toms.
like
I
those
definitely
I don't know,
hear
those
that.
are just like the top for me. But yeah, I love Motown drummers. I love this band, Sunny and the Sunsets. They're a newer band. Listen to them a lot.
Sunny in the Sunset. I'll have to check them out.
Yeah, but just Motown drummers. I love them.
Okay, so you're also from this area?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Melbourne.
And Chris, same thing?
Actually, I was raised in Peru. Lima,
Wow.
Peru. Yeah. And
¿Te hablas
moved-
español?
Sí, hablo español.
Oh, excelente. Okay, cool. We'll keep it a monolingual show. Yeah.
And then I moved to Melbourne area when I was 15,
Oh,
which
whoa,
is when I
so-
started playing music as well.
I was just about to say, you got your little diary out, started writing the songs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Was that a hard transition? I mean, that's a kind of a tender, like an interesting age to actually make that serious of a move.
You talking about the sex change or?
No, moving from Peru.
Oh, actually, I moved from Peru in '88, so I was like 7 years old.
Okay, so you were a kid.
Yeah, we moved to Miami, then moved to Melbourne when I was
Okay,
15.
all right, so you went from Miami at 7, so
Yeah.
that was probably an easier
That way I didn't
transition.
have to learn English, so I moved.
You did not have to learn English
That's
till you
right.
moved here.
Yeah,
That's a fact. I'm
that's
from
right.
Miami. I know exactly what you're talking about. All right, I know. You get used to it. Okay, so let's rewind a little bit. You started the band in February. So how did you guys meet?
Well, me and Chris met like over 2 years ago at a local open mic night. We were both playing our own, original acoustic.
On guitar.
Yeah, on guitar, just open mic. And then he covered one of my songs, like one of my original songs. And it was just like, what? Somebody's covering one of my songs?
I was just trying to get her attention.
Yeah.
Clearly.
So, but it was funny. It was awesome. So.
And it worked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And he works with Andrew. And basically, we've all been friends up until February. Then we all just broke up and we hate each other now. No.
Oh, good.
See you guys.
Come back. But I was going to play a show in February, and I wanted a band behind me. I had never really played with a band behind me before. And Chris is like, oh, pick up the bass. And Andrew, who works with Chris, happens to be an awesome drummer. So we all just kind of got together, and it happened to be Valentine's Day, and just jammed out a few of the...
Valentine's Day, that's so
Yeah.
cute. So wait, so you guys work together in your regular old
Yeah,
boring
we're
jobs?
old buddies.
Cool.
Right.
Cool, so you knew he was a drummer and...
Yeah, we had a band before this, a two-piece band, where I played acoustic guitar, but it was really distorted. What would it sound like? I don't know. Very stroke-ish.
Who was singing? You were
I was
singing at that time?
singing, and he was playing the drums. And
I think I hopped on bass for like one show. I don't know if that counts. I was totally in the band. Okay?
yeah, she did a lot of oohs and ahs in the background.
Very
It was
important.
fun.
Who's the most-
And then we realized that she was supposed to be the front person. And,
I can
yeah.
see how that would happen. Yeah. So are you happy that you don't have to sing, lead?
Yeah,
On songs anymore?
yeah. I love backing her up. She's great.
Thanks.
Okay, so that brings me to my next question then, the songwriting. What's the story with the songs you do now?
Really, a lot of them, most of them are songs that I wrote growing up, just like acoustic, the stuff I was playing at open mic night. And a lot of, like, a couple of the songs from the album are Chris's songs, too. So yeah, most of them were acoustic songs just written on maybe the keyboard or the ukulele, the acoustic
Okay, but
guitar.
wait a minute. So these are mostly songs that you had already written before you guys got together as a
Oh,
band.
yeah.
Yes, yeah. And then we just put a whole new feel to them. They had never really been performed, like, as a band, obviously. But, yeah, so they were old songs.
Okay, so but obviously you gave it a new, it's been given a new twist
yeah.
and a new
Yeah,
life with the.
the songs that she brings come to us folk. They all sound like folk music.
Yeah.
And then when we take a hold of them, we kind of just turn them into rock or whatever this sounds, whatever.
Yeah, because I'm assuming
sound.
like the random song probably sounds pretty different acoustically.
Yeah, it's funny. I wrote the random song on an old organ in my grandma's attic, and it was just like circus music at first, like dun 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 dun.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then it was a little creepy. And if you could just hear it from when it was written to now, it's just this huge transformation. But it's great. That's what music is about: getting influence from other, people and.
For sure, and I'm assuming now,
Changing.
well, we'll talk about the future
Yeah.
a little bit later. But the song we're going to hear, the first song we're going to hear is an acoustic song. So now you guys have your own website. It's a Facebook page?
It's just
Yeah,
Facebook
sure
for
do.
now, yeah.
Okay,
We have Bandcamp as well, and yeah,
And
have
Reverb
the
Nation.
music on it.
all that
Yeah.
wonderful stuff.
Yeah.
And I also heard somebody say, I think Will said you guys are playing a show really soon, so we should plug that at least like 2 or 3 times. So let's do it right now.
All
Where are you
3
playing?
times right now?
No, just one time now.
Just kidding.
And then we'll break it up.
Cool. Okay, so our show. We're telling
Your
you.
show.
Yes, Saturday. This Saturday, September 21st. It starts at 8. It's at the Boondocks.
You have anything coming after that, just in case I don't know when this show's going to air.
Oh, okay.
So
October 11th.
October 11th.
At
there
the
we go.
Monkey
Monkey
Bar.
Bar. Yeah.
Oh, where's that?
It's right down the road.
On A1A, right by Tai Tai, which is a great place.
Oh,
Yes.
cool.
Tight.
The Monkey Bar?
Monkey Bar?
Yeah. It used to be a billiard, or it's
Yeah,
still a billiard.
Ichabod's, yeah.
Ichabod's,
Tight.
yeah. We're playing with a great band called Swim,
Yeah, they're really, really
Swim.
awesome. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like the name.
with 2 M's at the end.
Mm.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I knew that. You didn't have to tell me. So, how do you guys get your shows? Like, how'd you get this gig coming up at Monkey Bar?
Myself.
Yeah, we just kind of book it ourselves through other bands that are our friends,
Cool.
local music community. You
You
talk
get
to each other,
connected.
and, the best bands like us get all the
but
shows.
of course. So you're not like out there pounding the pavement, giving club owners your CDs and all of that stuff.
Not for now.
Not for now.
Yeah, we do want to tour eventually and get out of Melbourne, but
Well, if we come and see you play at one of these shows, like how long is your show right now that you perform?
it's a 45-minute to an hour set.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. That'll be really nice. We'll have to come and check you guys
Yeah,
out.
please
We'd
do.
love it.
So this first song, right? Let's talk a little bit about this first song that we're going to be hearing, because this particular song is like the old style with just Jacie playing the guitar. This is probably how you first
Yes.
encountered her. You heard
Yeah.
her playing her
Exactly.
guitar, and maybe this song it could have even been the song you heard for all we know. This is a fairly older song?
Yeah, this is definitely an older song. One of the first musical projects I was ever involved in was with me and one of my best friends, Lexi, and we had a little band called Bridgeport, and we had a couple songs that we sang together. And Hey, How's It Going was actually a song that I used to sing with Bridgeport, and so yeah, it was it's pretty old, but I think it
And
turned out pretty awesome.
it's one of the only songs from the album that we really didn't go in there with parts. We kind of just
Yeah.
went in there and then started laying down the bass and drums and guitar. We didn't really work it out till we got to the studio. So it just kind of sounds like its original form because we didn't have time to change it.
That's very
Yeah.
interesting. So it's very organic.
Yeah.
So if we go on your Facebook page or your Reverb Nation page or any of those things and we hear this song, it will sound
Very similar.
very similar.
Very
A
similar.
little fiddle in
yeah.
there now.
Yeah, we
A
added
little
fiddle
folksy.
and there's drums and piano and bass, which I think we're only going to do it acoustic tonight. Right?
All right, cool. Let's hear this song, and then when we come back from our break, we'll talk a little bit about the lyrics because I really like the words to this song. So here we go with Jacie and the Knick-Knacks. This is just Jacie, and we'll be back with the Big Happy Music Show after this wonderful song.
Welcome back to the Big Happy Music Show.
This next one is the random song. Hold my hand tightly, we'll run through the night. Lead dreams about things that tear you at the seams. We'll follow a wave that's been rolling all day. From the stars to the moon, no worries, be back soon. Cozy old sweaters and long peacock feathers. How are you? I'm fine, it's never been better. Grab the umbrella, we'll dance with the weather. 'Cause my lunch dry heart, it has never been wetter. got a promotion. They're sailing the seas of unforgotten dreams, acquired by reading before I go sleeping. My eyelids are heavy, think I'm almost ready. That cool thing I can sing about any old thing, any rhyme I could find at the back of my mind. Freedom of speech, ain't it sweet like a peach, plucked off a quite constitutional tree. Try 'em, they're sweet, one for you, one for me, and we'll walk hand in hand and forget we're asleep.
Time for a short break. Stay tuned for more of the Big Happy Music Show.
And I think that's the great thing about dating another songwriter is because in previous relationships, no, I'm not gonna, no, but
You never had anyone but her.
I
You've
would
never
write
liked another
something,
woman.
and the other person would have a problem. They think it was about them, and with her, it's like she knows that they're just songs. You're just writing to write, and you're just, you gotta express yourself. If you're feeling upset, you write about that. If you're happy, you write about that.
Well, and I mean, I think that's part of really being a musician and the whole creative process is that empathy is a wonderful thing. Like, I'll frequently find that I write, it's like I'll have a friend who's going through something. I mean, I've been happily married for like a million years, and I'm so in love with my husband, but I'm still finding myself occasionally writing something that's really strongly sad. From the point of view of maybe a friend who's
What
maybe
a
a
great
friend.
expression for something cute.
maybe a friend who's going through something really hard. And sometimes you feel so helpless to do something for someone, and the only thing you can do is just like write them a song.
So
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
You know?
And you could even get inspiration from movies or a book that you just read. You could write about a historical, figure or just
Ooh, I've never
someone
done
you
that.
used to
Oh,
know.
yeah.
But
I'm Henry VIII. Sorry, does that count?
Yeah.
so yeah, interesting.
Okay, so now I believe we are going to be hearing the entire band. And this is a song called, what's the next one?
Random Song.
Random Song, okay. So this is the Random Song. And this is the one we heard you wrote with the organ in your grandma's.
Yeah.
Obviously, it does not sound anything like that now. So let's listen to another song from Jacie and the Knick-Knacks. And this is called the Random Song.
Welcome back to the Big Happy Music Show.
This is you and me. Your eyes are brighter than the evening stars. Your smile could light the corners of my heart. I think the world of you, and I wonder what you're thinking of me. lost your mind. I must confess, I think about you all the time. I think the world of you, and I wonder what you're thinking of me. I'd do anything to see what maybe we could be. Maybe, baby, you and me. Your hand fits perfectly inside of mine. And if I had the chance, I'd hold it to the end of time. I think the world of you, and I wonder what you're thinking of me. I'd do anything to, I'd do anything to, I'd do anything to see what maybe we could be. Maybe, baby, you and me.
Thank you guys so much. This last one is called Fish and Animals.
I have to let you go back to the sea. Ain't no other fish could swim in the deepest heart of me. I have to let you go, set you free. I don't think I could do that now and maintain my sanity. You are made of beautiful things. I have to let you know everything. That might take quite a while, and you're not listening. How could I let you grow your roots so deep? I knew you would raise your hand and unearth everything I am. You are made of beautiful things.
Time for a short break. Stay tuned for more of the Big Happy Music Show.
That was good. I like that. All right, so welcome back to the Big Happy Music Show. And that was Jacie and the Knick-Knacks playing the random song. So now I want to talk a little bit about technique, because obviously I have a lot of questions about a couple of things. So the first question, obviously, you're playing your guitar with your hands. Have you always done that?
Yes. Well,
Well, I mean, without a pick.
oh, yeah.
I didn't
was
mean,
like,
okay.
how do you
No, I
play
used to
with
play
my
with my feet, but
Yeah, yeah. You noticed. Yeah, I can't play with the pick. I never could. I think I probably tried when I first started learning, but it feels more natural.
so
to
even
me.
the strumming, you've always used your
Yeah, I
hands.
just use like my nails.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, and I've gotten used to it. It really doesn't bother me at all. And if sometimes I'll be like, you know what, I should really try to learn how to use the pick. It would probably make it sound a lot like louder. But I go between strumming and picking a lot, and I just like to feel like I'm flowing naturally with the guitar. Like I don't want to sound cheesy, but there's nothing between me and the guitar.
I mean, it's interesting because I'm a bass player and I've never ever played with a pick.
Oh yeah.
Because it's
Are you looking at me like I play bass?
what? Anyway, so I've never played with a pick, and that's one of the things. It's more organic.
Yeah.
You feel like you're
exactly.
just really connected to the
Yeah.
strings, and it gets some weird sounds too. Like you get some weird overtones on the guitar. I notice from not having the pick to kind of dampen the string. So that's really cool. And then obviously, Chris, you are playing with a pick.
I am. Yeah.
So it's almost like this weird role reversal. Like, are you sure you're the guy? I'm just checking.
Yeah.
He doesn't like to talk about that.
Yeah, I use a pick. I really don't know what I'm doing with the bass, and that's why I get the sound that I
You know,
do. That's why.
and you've been playing guitar, so it's
Yeah.
very natural to go with the pick.
Hold on.
I am
Oh, that's
so
you.
sorry.
Blew it.
How
Do you see this?
Blew it.
Oh my goodness, the big happy music show. It better be somebody big and happy. That's all I have to say.
It's probably going to
We're
be my
supposed to be
mom.
going to
They better be
some
booking a
sing.
gig.
Seriously, right?
Back lady. Shit.
She's
I'm so
checking her
sorry.
phone.
So,
I am
bye.
Look at that. I love that. I
sorry.
just love it. It's fine.
So
let's
low,
keep
bye.
going.
Okay, so which brings me to my next point, which is, of course, Jacie, that you are very young. You are 19.
I am.
And we all know 19-year-olds have a tendency to be really attached to their electronic devices, so we forgive you.
Yeah.
That was perfectly
No,
cool.
honestly, you should see my phone. It's like a Stone Age rock. Like
Yeah, I have one of those
I don't
too.
do fancy phones.
I have people say they have a smartphone. I have a stupid phone.
Yeah,
Mine is a
same
stupid
here.
phone.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
okay. It's cheap.
Mine's,
Get out of
yeah,
here.
mine's like primitive. You know what I mean?
Okay, so the gentlemen work at the place to making leathering things. And what are you doing during the days?
I am a barista at Starbucks. Yeah, I make sling lattes.
Wow, so
I-
where? I'm going to come in and check out your Starbucks.
Well, for all the creepy people.
Oh, no,
out
forget
there-
it. Yeah, I'll ask you after the show.
Okay. Well, let's just say it's on the corner
That's
of
fine.
2 Main Street.
Okay, there's none of those around. None of those around. Okay, so
Yeah, and I used to work at the Sun Shop in downtown Melbourne, and then moved corporate. You know. But
yeah, so this is like your thing in life. This is what you want to do.
yeah,
This is what you want to
music
do.
is definitely what I want to do as a career. I've never been one to really grasp my like education growing up. I did good in school, but I was always a little distracted and I'm a
see
little
that.
ADD. But music is when I do it, I just know it's what I want to do
She
forever.
hones in
I
on
just
music
love it.
and focuses.
That's the one. I
Yeah.
feel like music is the one thing I could say that I'm pretty good at. Like I'm not good at sports. I don't know. I'm not trying to call myself a loser here. But,
No, we're not taking it that way.
Music feels natural to me, and
Right.
it's really whether I'm an old lady singing like jingles or in a choir and I'm getting paid for it. I don't care. I just want to be like, music.
So I mean,
want
this
to be
is
music.
is pretty much the first actual band
Yeah.
that you've been in. Then
Yeah, exactly. I've never been in a real band before, so yeah, this is. I mean, besides Tank Top, if you count Tank Top.
let's hear about Tank Top.
Yeah,
You didn't tell us about Tank Top.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
that was our band.
that was their band. Tank Top was the band that I kind of picked up some bass in.
Oh right, I
um,
remember you mentioned that earlier.
yeah.
So Tank Top,
Yeah.
guys, come on, where did you
Tank
come
top.
up with that
It's
name?
easy to remember.
Yeah, I
You can
guess.
chant it.
It's
Tank
unisex.
top,
Women and men
tank
both wear
top.
tank
That's
tops.
right. Yeah. It was either that or a turtleneck.
Tank top's better.
That's what we thought.
We live in
top
Florida.
Top truck. That's what it started out with.
Top
Top truck.
What is it?
Okay. So now you came from this band where you named it Tank Top, and now you guys are Jacie and the Knick-Knacks.
That was her idea.
So-
'Cause she likes thrifting.
Oh, I'm obsessed with Goodwill, and like everything I get is from the thrift store. My furniture. I just love.
Your clothes?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm not ashamed. I'm not.
So you like that song, Thrift Shop? That's a great song.
Yeah.
I wear your grandpa's clothes. I look incredible.
Yeah, that's my jam. But
That is a jam.
you know, it's pretty awesome. And I love antiques because they just have like a history. Everything from the 70s. I just feel like it has a story about it. So, anyways, I love Knick-Knacks. I love antiques. So, Jacie and the Knick-Knacks.
So you came up with the name, Jacie and the Knick-Knacks. Had you guys been wrestling? I mean, the name is kind of important. Like, I'm in a band now called Mighty Jungle. And we went through so many names, and we kept on checking the names, and we'd find they were already taken. So then my guitar player's daughter said, how about Mighty Jungle? And we were like, Mighty Jungle. Great.
Yeah.
So I mean, kind of a third party came up with our name. So were there any other names that you weighed out before that, or?
Well, we wanted Led Zeppelin at first.
Yeah, we found out that was taken.
Yeah,
That's
some like bands from the 60s.
Like
said
some
that.
old guys,
Yeah.
right? What's up with that?
Ours
They
is
took all
bad
the good-
enough that no one wants it.
That's
Yeah.
it. They took all the good names, right? We're totally screwed. All the good names are gone.
Yeah, exactly. So,
So-
probably the Knick-Knacks was probably a name.
It's actually a
but-
court-ordered name.
Yeah.
They're making
No.
us take it. So.
So I mean, how do you feel about being a knick-knack? I'm curious about
He's
that.
quitting. This guy's quitting. What are you
Knick-Knack.
talking about?
Yeah, it's exciting.
No, I have to actually tell you something. I have to admit something. I really didn't want to admit this, but when I first saw your name, I remembered. I was in a band from 1980 to 1987, and we were called Julie and the Flashers. That is so why. And the guys were
use that?
flashers, you know. So it's like,
We use
and
that?
even now, sometimes the guys like I'll get
Oh
I'll
my
get an
God.
email from one of my old bandmates, and they'll be like, I've been in a lot of bands and I've had a really good time, but I really liked being a flasher.
That's hilarious. I wonder how
So-
they got paid. You know?
Yeah, really. So I thought about it. It was all original band also, but
Oh, very
I mean,
nice.
and again in the 80s, in the late 70s, and the early 80s, that was a big thing. So and so, but lately you don't see as many bands like that. So
Yeah.
that's why I thought your name was kind of cute. It was kind of retro.
Oh,
yeah,
thank
it is.
you.
I think it's coming back. I hear some bands,
It's a-
some more modern bands with.
Can we use
And
that? Can we use Julie and the Flashers? We should.
No,
Yeah.
it's just Jacie. It could be Jacie.
Yeah, no, I like Jacie and the
And we had like a little logo, with like the back of the guy with the coat open, the
That's
Julie and the
awesome.
Flashes written across it. Oh my God.
It's pretty amazing.
Yes.
I'm admitting all kinds of things.
No, I love it.
It's terrible.
This is great. I feel special.
You guys are very special.
Thanks.
So now the thing that that keeps you together is the music, right? And the thing that brought you guys together was the music. So let's play a little game. We're going to do what do we want to see? We're going to visualize like the future. Like, whoa, what would we like? What do we need right now? What do we need soon? Like, just start talking about it, because there's going to be all these people watching this show, right? And they're going to hear your music. So you never know, right? So let's just for a second just get into like the dream state.
Okay.
And Jacie, what would you like to see happen like over the next, say, year or two for
Well,
you and for the guys?
Like I said, I'd really love to tour the album, get more ears listening, and with that, what band doesn't want to get, discovered and maybe, who knows, maybe we could get signed with this album and be able to record a second album. We'd love to just keep recording and just be touring musicians. I would love to do that as a living. And I know this is silly. I don't know if you've ever heard of the World Cafe. I mean, on NPR.
Yes, on NPR, I have indeed.
That's my short-term goal. I'm like, that's my dream. I mean, I want to be on the World Cafe one day, and I don't know if
That's a noble goal. They always have
Yeah.
really cool bands on that show.
do.
I watch that show all the time. I mean, I listen to it.
Yeah.
World Cafe.
So I mean, just to get out there.
And they have a lot of there's actually a lot, it's a preponderance of bands that are female fronted on that show. I don't know if that's
yeah?
a coincidence. I've noticed that almost every time I click it on, there's a
Oh,
band
yeah.
with a female
We've got
in it.
all kinds
So.
of people on there, but it's like a huge show for the underground music
Mm-hmm.
scene, for the indie music scene, and that's kind of where we're targeting. We want to get to all the college radio stations, all the young people, target all those guys, and we just need ears. Like I keep saying, we just want people to hear it, because it's something we put a lot into.
Oh yeah.
And yeah,
So Chris, what about you? What do you see, like, what do you want? Let's talk about our dreams on the Big Happy Music Show.
Let's see. I see us changing it to Chris and the Knick-Knacks.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a year.
Chris and Jacie and the Knick-Knacks.
Yeah.
Sure.
There's no Jacie in this anymore, in this dream.
No, I mean, same. I just want to do music. You know, I just love playing, no matter what instrument I'm playing or what I'm doing in the band. I just want to be doing music. Touring sounds great. Yeah, getting discovered sounds good. Yeah, all that great stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Just being in a band.
Being
Being cool, you know?
Everybody in the band is cool.
That's
We
the
know
most
that.
important thing to be, is looking cool.
Yes.
And I mean, once we get really big and we get to, you know, have requests for venues that we play at, we could request large plates of sushi and food.
Ooh,
Like,
oh,
I could be
we
like, I
are
want
really
sushi.
veering into fantasy land now. I
Yeah.
love this.
Yeah.
I love
was
this.
Getting creative.
Yeah, I want a mullet, maybe
Yeah,
6 months from now.
we'll see.
Andrew, what do you want? What do you want out of
mullet.
life?
I'm gonna join Julie and the Flashers.
All right, that's it, you guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It's okay.
that's my long-term goal.
Best of luck.
We're actually adding a guitar player. I don't know if you want to know about that.
Ah,
We have
you-
a lead guitar player coming in.
For the next gigs?
Yeah, not the next one, but the one after that. He's starting.
Cool. And
so
how,
it'll
is
expand
that
a
going to
little
be that's going to be a permanent thing, or at least
Yeah,
for now?
Yeah, for now it's gonna be a permanent thing.
For now, it's a permanent thing for now.
Yeah,
Yes,
maybe.
it's a definitely temporarily permanent for
We're
sure.
100% sure that he's gonna be in 70%.
All right, so when we leave now, we're going to actually hear 2 more songs from Jacie and the Knick-Knacks, and the 2 songs I've got them written down here. "You and Me," which is was the song I heard when I first heard your CD that I really liked a lot, and then "Fish and Animals," which also was one of the first ones I really connected to when I heard it on the CD. So that was my request. They did that for me, which I'm very grateful for. So we're going to hear 2 more songs, and that's basically all we've got for our show this evening. Welcome again, and this is the Big Happy Music Show with me, your host, and Jacie and the Knick-Knacks. Jacie and Andrew and Chris. Yay!
Thank you guys.
See you next time. Woo. Like the queen.
Okay, good job, Nico.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Big Happy Music Show.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. I left 1,000 things on your answering machine. It's been far too long since I seen that pretty smile, but I guess I can see why you're still mad at me. You're always on my eye, and I wounds heal with time, but I know it left a scar when I trampled on your heart. Hey, how's it going? I passed you on the street. You knew that I was there, but you wouldn't look at me. I wish things could go to the way they used to be, 'cause I've apologized at least 1,000 times.
Okay, good job. You're clear.
No, thank it anyway.